Welcome to the City Current Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference, empowering the good. And we get to talk all about economic opportunities. EcOp, we are joined by their Executive Director for Economic Opportunities, Keusi Donald. And Keusi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. Thank you for this opportunity and inviting us. And we're just doing great today.
We're going to talk all about the good work that you do, but let's start with a little bit of your personal storyline, because you yourself know the power of second chances and finding faith and being able to create transformation within yourself. And so share a little bit of your personal storyline.
Yeah. I grew up in the inner city. Hadn't always been a great decision maker. Matter of fact, if I be honest with myself, I had poor decision making skills, and those poor decision-making skills led me to 3 times in prison myself. But coming out of prison during this last time, I felt like the biggest failure in my life. And I just wanted to be different and do something different. And for me, I made a faith commitment to Christ, and God began to transform and do the rest. And eventually, when I was released, someone just gave me all the support that I needed. And I began to understand and be mentored and discipled. And again, I began to see differences of the way I thought and the way I made decisions. And that led me to having great opportunities as the opportunities we want to provide for the participants we serve today.
And I think it's powerful to know that you yourself have walked in these shoes. And so when you talk about helping others, you know what it's like, and you yourself have firsthand experience. And so when you talk about economic opportunities broadly, go ahead and give us a little bit of an overview.
Yeah, so, I like to say that EcOp stands on 3 legs or 3 pillars, but someone would say 4. And we have a saying around here that a job is a byproduct of what we want to offer. And so what we're offering is life coaching relationships, spiritual guidance relationships, as well as adult mentoring relationships in the environment of a work relationship. So employment is a byproduct of what we're offering when we provide these services to the participants we serve.
Talk about how participants find you.
Yes. And so fortunately for us, we've been around for about 30 plus years, since 1991. So EcOp has, in the local justice-involved adult population, has a pretty familiar awareness. And we receive phone calls, but we do a lot of engagement with partnering community partners and other organizations such as Federal Probation and Parole, Tennessee Department of Corrections, Shelby County Community Corrections, and just other nonprofits that have similar individuals, dislocated workers who can take advantage of the services that we offer.
You yourself are a lead shepherd, and so shepherding is a big piece of the equation for you all. Talk about the shepherds and what it means to be a shepherd.
Yeah, and that's the unique, we say secret sauce around here. And so a lot of people want to know, what is a shepherd? And they refer back to biblical references. Yes, a shepherd is similar to what we would say a shepherd is in the Bible, but so much more when it comes to the services EcOp provides. A shepherd is a mentor, a life coach, a spiritual guide, but support services. He does case management, career counseling, and even trauma healing at times, right? We're just a shoulder to lean on and just a support specialist for anything that may go on in the lives of the people we serve.
Give us an idea for you personally as a shepherd. And obviously, as we alluded to, you've walked the miles in their shoes, so to speak. Give us an idea of some of the things that they're dealing with, that you're helping them to unpack and deal with. So in other words, kind of paint the picture, illustrate what the individuals who you're helping and shepherding are facing right now.
Yeah, when someone comes in and walks through the door, the reality right now, there is no shortage of job opportunities out there. So it's not as if we have the only job opportunities, but what has been lacking and what was lacking in my life was the sustainability of employment. And so that's what we want to offer, whatever services and whatever relational support we can offer to help them understand how to be prepared, or the job preparedness, and just to show up and perform. And we go in with the attitude that we want to give 110% and outwork everybody else and change the culture around us. And those are the individuals that we develop and train and we place at the work sites that we partner with.
Go ahead and dive in deeper on partnering with the companies and going out to the work sites, because you do take a very hands-on approach. And so talk about how it works, how the magic happens with the employers.
Oh yeah, we call them our courageous employer partners. And if I don't mention any other company, I have to mention Barnhart and Bryce. They've been our two longest employer partners. Barnhart has been in a relationship with EcOp for over 20 plus years. And it took 4 courageous employers to give us an opportunity to hire 6 workers. At each site, the vision was to hire a shepherd who would actually learn the work culture, be a present, physically holding the men accountable, holding devotions prior to the start of the work shift, but also adding value, right? Every employer has a bottom line. Our employees and workers help to produce the bottom line to meet the demands, the productive demands, the service demands of every employer and business organization out there.
When you look at the longevity and the legacy already with EcOp, give us a little bit of just what that looks like with long-term change for these individuals. So in other words, this isn't a short-term little fix. This is a true life transformation that is a long-standing change that lasts a long time for them, which really leads to generational change for them and their family.
Yeah. And so I learned this from a friend of mine down in Birmingham, Alabama. And he has like a 4-step process. And if you only make it through the two steps, which are events and partnerships, most of the time you won't see the transformation, but we want to move towards transformational relationships. And that's what it's about at EcOp. We want to engage our participants and develop those deep relationships that lead to long-term transformation. And of course, sustainable living wage income is key to anybody who's on a trajectory to change their lives. And that's what we want to instill. So we walk alongside of them, help them develop the goal-oriented habits. And the only way you can develop a goal-oriented habit is learn how to set daily habits for yourself. And eventually we set those target dates. And when they meet those target dates, we're able to show them that how they've accomplished these milestones. And that usually leads to bigger goals and bigger accomplishments. And we look back, that individual has become a goal-oriented habited person.
What do you want employers to know? As you mentioned, the courageous side of this, but what do you want them to know about the individuals that you're working with and shepherding in terms of their potential to not only be workers, but true leaders within their organization?
Although we serve the justice-involved adults and dislocated workers in Shelby County and the greater Memphis area, there's an extensive vetting process that every worker that we service and place at a work site has to go through. And we believe we're servicing the cream of the crop, those individuals who have figured it out and say, you know what, I want to create life change. And we want to walk alongside them and point them in the right direction. And these are exceptional workers. These are more dedicated, loyal individuals. And our past relationships with our employers have proven to us, as well as the community, that these individuals get the job done when they're placed at the work site.
When you look at your personal storyline and how much your life has changed, talk about the broader perspective of this, of giving people second chances, but built around the idea of love and empathy and support and role modeling so that, to your point, you can make better decisions for your life moving forward. Talk about, because I think this is a really good example of how do we create large change within the community. And it starts with exactly what you're doing, which is the one-on-one transformation, but it's the shepherding, it's the role modeling, it's the mentorship, it's those pieces. So share from your personal example, your personal story, what it means for us to play a role in what you're doing.
Yeah. So one day in my life, not too long ago, I was a participant in somebody's program and somebody's relationship, right? And they allowed me room to grow. They gave me an opportunity to lead, take on more responsibility. And eventually, when I met that demand, I was elevated or promoted. And that's the same opportunity we want to give a participant. We actually have 3 shepherds that are currently on our staff that were former EcOp participants who went through as regular workers working at the work site, showing up every day, eventually became team leads, and eventually the opportunity came, and we were able to offer them a job as an economic opportunity, salaried employee as a shepherd. And that's the same opportunity. We believe every participant that comes through the door has a potential to be a future shepherd or some type of leader.
Awesome. Talk about how the community can help, because obviously on the employer side, the company side, partnering with you to provide those opportunities. Talk about volunteerism, fundraising. How can we help?
Well, first, it starts with the employer community. We believe not only do we help meet the demands and the bottom line of our employer partners, but each employer partner becomes a direct agent of change into the community. We've done some research in the University of Arkansas's agriculture department, studied economic development, and what we offer, there's an estimated 3.2 ripple or multiplier effect. And what that means is if we employ someone at a salary of $31,000, there's a 3.2 ripple effect to that income infused in that individual's immediate community. So it starts with just economic development, right? Employing the least of these and those that are without, that are dislocated, getting them this sustained long-term income, and immediately it has a ripple effect into their families. And we think about the people we serve, these are heads of households. And so the heads of households are actually being restored in the homes and in the communities and learning how to become leaders for their families and the communities. And that's the long-term impact we hope to see, not just in Memphis, but we believe we can scale this thing around the U.S. and possibly internationally.
What about fundraising opportunities, raising money, obviously supporting you all financially?
Yeah. And so, of course, fundraising is important. A lot of people compare us to third-party employers or staffing agencies, but we offer so much more. Our relationships are so much more deeper with the people we serve, but those extra services are expensive and they do have a cost to them. And so anybody who wants to help support us, it's welcome, but it also allows us to extend our reach. And so we do granting, we partner with local churches, private donors come and support our organization, and we welcome them. We welcome the volunteers because relationship capital is more valuable than any monetary value anybody can offer us. And so building relationships with the participants and the clients we serve becomes so important in the community and for them as well.
You mentioned the volunteerism and the power of volunteers. Obviously, being a shepherd is one piece of that, but you have so many different ways that individuals can come in and share their expertise. And so talk about volunteerism and the different ways people can engage.
Yeah. And so, we have an easy process of becoming a volunteer. They can become an adult mentor. We have an adult mentor transportation program where they want to come in and volunteer an hour a month. Just to offer, there are so many deep conversations happen from the home to the work site, and volunteers can come in and do office support as well as staff support. And there's plenty of training opportunities for financial literacy, helping them understand debt management and credit counseling. And so those opportunities for volunteers to come in are just tremendous, and it's a great help to us.
Give me one more thing that you wish everyone knew. So here's your chance to, step on the podium and scream from the rooftops. What's one more thing that you wish everyone knew about EcOp? I
just want everybody to know that, since 2017, EcOp is probably higher and led living wage income to over 500 to 600 individuals in our community. And we'll continue to grow the number of partner relationships we have. And as we do that, the number of individuals who receive long-term living wage income will continue to grow throughout the years of our existence.
And I think that's the ripple effect of this is that the more we can help you, the more you can help our community, and it creates that ripple effect for everyone here in our community. And so the more we can help you, the more we help ourselves in terms of our community at large. So I love it. Wrap up with contact information, website, phone number. Where would you direct everyone to learn more about economic opportunities and to raise their hand and get involved?
Oh, yeah. And as I do that, I want to say this. So we've had a 5% recidivism rate throughout the last 5 years, which is a 95% success rate. And if you want to continue to support that type of work, you can reach us at 901-529-7294, 901-529-7294. Our website is ecopmemphis.org. That's ecopmemphis.org. And we're located inside of the Barnhart Crane office complex here at 2163 North Airways Boulevard. And we look forward to welcoming you in and partnering with the community.
Well, Keusi, I greatly appreciate all you and your amazing team do to power the good. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting us. We appreciate being here.